Growing up, I had a lot of issues, man. I think holding on to friends was a big part of that. And I don't know why it was, but I just don't really fit in a lot of places, I don't think. But I'm Carter, and this is I'm putting this out onto here because I feel like this is a good place to talk about how I feel and to express it to others, whether it be people I know or randoms on the internet. But it's to inspire people and to expressing how they feel and opening up to people. Because I know how it feels, man. I know how it feels to to fight a silent battle a lot of the time, and that's a lot of what I've been dealing with for a long time now. Ever since ever since I can remember, really, every everything's just a big mess. My parents went through their first divorce when I was 9 years old. I saw my mom crying on the kitchen counter, and I was gonna ask to go get Chick-fil-A, but I didn't because she was crying. And I was angry a lot of the time. I had really bad anger issues. I would scream a lot, like a lot. And I think that really kind of branched out into being super hyper around people. I always wanted attention. I always wanted to be the the most liked person in a room because that was really important to me when I was growing up. And it's not that I don't want to be now. I feel kind of honestly right now I feel kind of isolated a lot of the time. But start of freshman year, I was wearing yellow Crocs and pajama pants and bright hoodies and everything to just make myself stand out, hoping my friends would appreciate me more, and it just didn't really change. And then 10th grade, the second divorce hits. I think it was the worst time of my life. Seeing my parents like that was so awful. They just sorry, give me a sec. They really, really messed me up. Cause how can you love someone for so long and then do that? Cheat on them a second time after they give you another chance. My dad has some issues. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just how it is. I went to counseling. I said I didn't need it. I said I was fine. But man, it hit hard. My house has never felt so empty. My sister off to college, and it's just me and my mom. Eventually, she got a boyfriend, but it's besides the point. Sorry. And then my childhood dog died. Man, this was all within like a month. I remember very vividly when we had to, the day my mom decided we were gonna go put him down. It was, I mean, he was old, he was blind, but I just can't handle loss like that, man. So, all within 1 month, I didn't really have very good friends. I had lost my dog, and my parents had gone through a divorce. And I hit, I think, my second lowest point in my life. But I still kept going, I still kept pushing. And then come around my junior year, and I have never felt more alone. I mean, you could argue that I have lots of loving people that and friends that surround me, but I mean, I just doubt it. I think I went to school every day trying to hang out and be like, hey, what's up, and integrate myself with people, and that just never worked. I think at some point I kind of just gave up late in the year. I was fighting a really hard mental battle just with myself. Some days I just woke up and I cried and I couldn't bring myself to go to school. And some days I would go regardless whether I was having a bad day, and I just kind of dropped off because it seemed like all my friends were out having fun, and I just either wasn't invited or I couldn't go because of just, like I don't know why. But, and then winter break hits. I really, really, I wouldn't wish what I felt upon my worst enemy. I was buried in schoolwork. No one really talked to me outside of class. I was a I was convincing myself I was just a floater friend, really. And then that basically became a reality. And it's been like that ever since. I mean, I'm not really a part of anything anymore. It just feels important to me that I get this out there, whether or not what I say is true. And I could I could be surrounded with people that I know and that I love and that I'm really good friends with, and I could still feel out of place. It's just like, let's bring it back to this summer, actually. I'm having, it's been better, I guess. I mean, I've probably hung out with my friends more times this summer than I have in the past, like, year, I think. Or maybe not year, but I just hate bugging them, just asking, hey man, what are the moves tonight? I hate bugging them with that. Sorry, my nose is weird, but I just I hate to bother them, and that's really the only time I text them because I feel like if I do anything else, it's kind of weird. I don't know why I think that, but I'll text them, hey, what's happening tonight? And they'll either respond and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're going here, you should come, or they'll have a blast and they'll just leave me undelivered. And it's like a lot of that really just sits weird with me. I have never felt this way in my entire life. And I know there's thousands, millions of people going through the same thing I am right now. I mean, I see it on my For You page every day. I check the comment section and it's, why am I like this? Why am I why am I this? Why am I that? Let me tell you, bro, you're not alone. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people fighting the same silent battles every day, man. Every day. And I'm one of them because to being in touch with your emotions as a man or just in general is super hard. And expressing yourself is super hard. You just feel like you can never say anything because it makes you look weird if you say anything too much, and if you don't, then you just stay like that for the rest of whenever until you decide to end it. I mean, the last thing I want is for another person to end up end up dead because they couldn't tell anybody or they didn't feel like anybody wanted to. So if there's somebody you know who you think is going through a hard time, who's quiet around you guys, or just in like in general, just reach out, just say, just a text or call them and be like, hey man, are you good? Because I know how much that meant to me when every once in a while people would do it. They say, hey bro, how are you doing? You wanna talk about this? And I'd be like yeah man, I'm not having such a good time. And I think to really be vulnerable about that is super important. Sorry. Ugh. And offering people a chance to open up really does help with them. But I just really hope that sharing my experiences on this channel will just help other people, or maybe it won't help anybody at all, and it'll just get like 2 views or something. But I really hope that you you reach out to somebody in that you know, and that or that this video inspires you to open up to somebody if you're going through the same thing I am right now. Because it's really important to know that you're never really alone. You're never alone. And I really think that it's important to know that you're not. Because to be alone is to be alone, man. That's all I really can say. But I'll probably keep making stuff like this. I don't know. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this and maybe take something away from it. But if you didn't, that's cool, man. If you know me, like in real life, that's cool, man. You can go up to me about it. I'll probably tell you the same thing, which is I'm fine. But that's okay. It's okay to not always be fine. I think I'm dragging this on a little bit too long, but I really do appreciate you spending your time here. Listen to me complain about my issues. But I'll probably head out now. Doses.